this is the start of the final showdown.
Yeah.
This is where I think, all this trash talk we've done beforehand, this is where we forgive it all.
Yeah.
Because it does this, and we're like, you're forgiven. The
whole entire final showdown is so satisfying that, like we said, we let some of the things fly that are wrong with this film, but also I love that the whole thing is a massive fuck you to Jurassic Park 3. but we'll get into that.
We'll come to that in a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so they get outside, then the raptors have surrounded them, and it's like at the very end of the original Jurassic Park, and it's like, oh my god, when's the T-Rex going to show up and save the day? Oh, it's not. It's in its little paddock. And then the I-Rex shows up.
Yo, tell me whose time it is now. Yeah, just kicking it up here. Time. Yo, here comes trouble.
And Owen, but hang on, before this, Owen sort of appeals to the raptors and says, please don't kill us. And they go, we might not. And then the I-Rex shows up.
He's I don't want to say, he's a bit disapproving towards Blue, isn't he? It's like
Blue, how could you? For sure.
Yeah, it's like, how could you?
Come on, man.
He goes more like, oh, I see, that's how it is, or something along those lines.
Blue goes, oh, shucks.
Anyway. Right, I'm turning the charm to full now.
So the I-Rex turns up behind them, and the raptors then have to choose their allegiance. Do they go with Alpha 1 or Alpha 2? And the I-Rex is like, kill them, my pretties! And then Chris Pratt is, nah, kill him, he sucks. And the raptors decide to attack the I-Rex, and it's this great sort of moment of, you did it by being kind to them. And two of them get taken out way too easily. First off, it chomps them down.
We see, how you said earlier that it swipes the raptors, all three raptors, and takes them out. It basically swipes Blue, smashing Blue into a column. You think, oh,
wipes the floor with them.
It throws one into a hot dog stand, which then explodes. One. I was like, ouch.
Yeah.
What's it?
Hot dog's made of dynamite.
The other one, I think, it just it grabs it by its body and then just pulls its head off. Something along those lines.
At this point, I think they're hiding in a souvenir stand, and for some reason, is it Gray? He's counting, and he just says, "We need more teeth." I was like, "What? That's a weird line."
It's an odd thing to say to set things up. Okay, Sharon, have a guess what's going to happen next.
We need more teeth.
Hang on, just to set this one up, Claire goes, right, stay there, I will be right back. Which, by the way, is horror movie shorthand. I don't think she says, I'll be right back. I think she just says, I've got an idea, but you guys got to stay here. What do you think Claire's running then off to do in her high heels? Talking to the guy in the booth. She goes, right, I need you to open paddock 12. Paddock 12? But that's I need you to do it, man! And then she gets to paddock 12, the doors very slowly open, there's just darkness behind it, and then these two yellow eyes, very high off the ground, appear in the darkness, and then something massive starts coming out, and she goes, oh, I better run in my heels!
She lights a flare, we must add, as the doors dramatically opening, she lights a flare.
And she's like, okay, and then the fucking T-Rex emerges, and then she's running back down the dinosaur avenue going, I've got to get this thing back! There's no way else we can take out the I-Rex!
Another throwback to the original again, the fact that T-Rex is still like flares.
They love them.
No, it shows you that earlier in the goat feeding scene. If you notice in the goat feeding scene, they fire a flare off to attract the T-Rex.
Now, had the T-Rex just turned up and roared, that would have been enough. Had the T-Rex just been there and not roared, that would have been enough. But this T-Rex enters the scene and then comes into full view on the camera by battering down the skeleton of a Spinosaurus.
Yes!
Fuck you, JP3!
In this amazing orgasmic moment of slow motion, still the queen.
It works so well.
And basically this is when you then get your Pacific Rim moment, because you get
oh god, yes,
T-Rex versus T-Rex, and they're fucking each other up, slamming each other into these things, and the T-Rex is not as powerful as you would have hoped, and it's getting battered down, and you're like, I thought you were the king, T-Rex, come on, pull yourself up, and it's giving as good as it gets, but it's getting injured, and you're like, come on, Rocky, come on!
And then to hit another wrestling analogy, You hear a noise, you know the noise.
Well, no, there's the low point first. The T-Rex is down, and it's going to get bitten, like when the Spinosaurus bit it before. It's going to get killed, and you're like, oh my god, it's mortal. How can they possibly save the day? They are but human. And then you hear alone. And Blue bursts onto the scene, and suddenly you've got a Raptor T-Rex tag team on the I-Rex. It barrels on top, it bashes the I-Rex on the head with a chair, it gets the ladder out.
No, it does actually
Set up the table.
actually cooler in the fight. That I never thought I'd see. There's a bit where the sort of, you obviously have the small dinosaur leaping all over the place. At one point, it leaps off the I-Rex onto the back of the T-Rex. It's like,
It rights him!
yes, it literally rides the T-Rex. It's fucking awesome.
And then the I-Rex is down, but it's not out, and it's like, I am gonna fucking kill all of you, and it injures them both, and they backed it up, and it's in the corner, and it's gonna take them both down before it goes, and it's backed slightly too far towards the lagoon, and then the manager makes his appearance.
I don't care. I don't know. I have no but
Mesosaurus grabs the I-Rex by the head, drags it under the water, and is like, I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you snooping raptors. And then the Raptor and the Rex regard each other in this kind of, sup. Let us never speak of this again.
They almost do a bro nod, don't they?
Yep. Then they high five, and then they go their separate ways. And then the Rex stalks off to the island to do its awesome roar, and then Blue talks to, and then basically Blue almost like leans in and goes, Blue is home. To Owen at that point, and then he runs off into the park that is now basically his to traverse.
He looks to go back to Owen, and I think Owen says no, Blue, and then he just goes off.
There's no room for you in my apartment. I mean, he could have said that and it would have been a great line.
I thought you were going to say there's no room for you in my life. But apartment actually makes far more sense.